So I want to solve this simultaneous equation given square root of a plus square root of b equals 10 and square root of ab equals 10. So we are asked to find a and b. So let's number this to be our equation 1 and to be our equation 2. However, to do this, so let's consider our equation 1 from equation 1, which is square root of a plus square root of b equals 10. What we're going to do here is to square both sides of this equation such that we have square root of a plus square root of b square equals 10 square. So however, recall from this identity, so which says the sum of two square. Let's consider x square plus y square. This particular expression identity is equals to x square, right, plus 2xy plus y square. So applying this to this, we are going to have square root of a square plus 2 multiplied by square root of a multiplied by square root of b plus square root of b square. And this will be equals 10 square give us 100. So however, you observe that this square will cancel this square root. Also here, square root will cancel this square. Alright, so then what we'll have now is a plus 2 root ab plus b equals 100. So now, however, recall that from our given equation, so which equation 2, our square root of ab is equals to 10. So we have to substitute square root of ab to equals 10 into this given above expression. So since we now have the square root of ab to be equals to 10, let's substitute that into this expression. So we'll have a plus we have square root of ab here, so we have to put 10. If you put 10 plus b equals 0, sorry, so equals 100. So then we'll have a plus b plus 2 times 10 will give us 20 equals 100. So what we will have next is to transfer this to the other side so that we will have a plus b equals 100 minus 20. Therefore, we have a plus b equals 80. So let's start this to be our equation 3. Also, from equation 2, which says square root of ab equals 10. Let's also square equation 2. If you square equation 2, we are going to have square root of ab square equals 10 square. And what we have is this square will cancel this square root, so we have our ab to be equals to 100. All right, so now start this to also be our equation 4. So however, let's recall that identity here that the square of difference of two numbers is given as a plus b square minus 4ab, right? So this is what we are going to apply. But don't forget, we've gotten our a plus b to be equals to 80. So we have 80 square minus 4, and what we got for our ab is 100, right? So then we have 80 square will give us 6,400 minus 400. Therefore, we have our a minus b square to be equals to 600. So alright, so from here now we want to cancel this square, So to cancel this square, we have to square root both sides. If we square root both sides, we have a minus b square equals square root of 600. So this we cancel out this. So we have a minus b equals plus or minus. If you simplify the evaluate this, we are going to have 400 multiplied by 15. So from our knowledge of sort, we will have this to be our a minus b equals plus or minus square root of 400 multiplied by square root of 15. So then we will have a minus b equals plus or minus. This will give us 20 root 15. And let's call this equation 5. However, let's add equation 3 and 5. So equation 3 says a plus b equals 80, right? So then we will have our equation 5, a minus b equals 20, right? So for the other one, we also have another value for a minus b. So we have a plus b equals 80 and a minus b equals minus 20 root 15. So we are adding equation 3 and 5 now. So we have two values for equation 5, right? So now let's add. So for this we cancel out this. So we have 2a equals 80 plus 20 root 15, right? So let's first deal with this one. So what we are going to do here is to just divide both sides by 2 by 2. This will cancel out this. Then we will have our a to be equals 2 here 1, 2 here 10, 2 here 40. So we have 40 plus 10 root 15, right? So now let's substitute this into 3. So 3 says a plus b equals 80, right? So what we are going to have here is, if we make b the subject of the formula, we have b equals 80 minus a, right? So we've gotten our a. So these are a, don't forget. So for this now, we are going to have our b to be equals 80 minus 40 plus 10 root 15, right? So therefore we have b equals 80 minus 40 plus 10 root 15. All right. So now we have b to be equals, this will be 40, sorry, this will be minus 40 minus 10 root 15. All right. However, before I move further, let's also deal with the second one. So if you have this together, we also have 2a equals 80 minus 20 root 15. If we divide both sides by 2, this will cancel out this. We will have a to be equals 2 here 1, 2 here 10, 2 here 40. So we have 40 minus 10 root 15. So however, like I said, let's substitute this into equation 3. So we have b to be equals 80 minus a. Then we have b to be equals 80 minus 40 minus 10 root 15. All right. So then b will be equals 80 minus 40 plus 10 root 15. Therefore, we have our b to be equals 40 plus 10 root 15. So this is our b for this one, and this is our a. For this one, this is our a, and this is our b. So therefore we can write our solution to be a comma b is equals to 40 plus 10 root 15 comma 40 minus 10 root 15. So that is our solution. See you in my next video.